you not going to say anything? Well, he's not wrong.
Oh, snap.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from the Modern King titled Toxic Wife is Furious When He Says Okay to a Divorce. So let me get this straight. This woman probably tried to pull the ultimatum thing where she threatens divorce, and the guy sat there and said, okay, you know what? I accept. And she got pissed about it. Absolutely classic. Let's jump into the video.
I don't think men should be allowed in public spaces unless they have documentation.
I don't think they thought this one through, like, at all.
The ideas that these women come up with are just insane. That's literally what the bad guys in World War II did to civilians. Even if you tell that to a woman like this, she'll still give you an earful about how it's not the same thing.
Because, first of all, who is going to be the ones keeping the men out of these public spaces, which were, wait for it, most likely built by men? Who exactly is going to be the enforcement agents in this fictional situation?
In which at least 5 different women of their own free volition, not under coercion, have vetted this man.
And those 5 women, who exactly is responsible for vetting them?
She's not going to explain what she means by how these women are supposed to vet this man, or even what that actually means. She's just a woman who wants to hate on men as much as possible.
Because, in case someone needs reminding, just because someone is a woman doesn't necessarily mean that their character is beyond reproach.
And have willingly given their phone numbers so that this man's references can be checked.
So the question is all of this enforcement and vetting and checking being only done by other women?
I think the world would be a much better place.
And I know the world would be a much better place if some stopped judging others based off of their gender.
The types of women who want to legally discriminate against men are the very same women who believe that they are caring, sensitive, loving, and tolerant people. Let that sink in for a second.
The reason why some of y'all were so quick to jump to the conclusion that the dad at Starbucks holding his daughter's hands was a predator is because of the hatred that some of y'all have for men in general. Because here you have a dad at Starbucks with his daughter waiting on coffee, holding his daughter's hand, and this woman walked up to him and recorded this man and tried to label him a predator. And so many people were in the comment section talking about this man. Someone had to find pictures showing that it's his daughter for y'all to stop attacking this man in the comment section.
Even if proof is given that he was holding hands with his own daughter, the damage has already been done. People will never look to him the same again because some random stranger decided to accuse him of being a predator without any actual evidence.
Also, they made hate groups for this man on Facebook, talking about him, trying to find his job, trying to get this man arrested for sitting in Starbucks with his daughter. And to the woman that recorded that video, I do understand that your intentions were good, but make sure before you do something like that, you know what you're talking about. Because as you can see, you could potentially ruin somebody's life because of your assumptions.
These Facebook groups were made because of one single video, and that's all it took for a bunch of people to work together to try and destroy this man, based purely on a video made by a stranger who just wanted attention.
Women don't actually feel guilt. If you've ever seen a really nasty divorce where the woman just fleeces the guy for his entire net worth and takes the kids and doesn't give him visitation rights and poisons the mind of her kids against him, for example, the woman never feels any kind of guilt around this. And I've come to the conclusion that women don't actually feel guilt the way that men can feel guilt, but they do, however, feel shame, and they are extremely susceptible to shame, and they will change their behavior almost immediately if the public, the tribe they're a part of, shames them for a certain behavior.
That explains why modern women love to shame the men they are with. It is insane how far some of them will go to humiliate the men who actually care about them.
You can't fit into the shower of your hotel room. Just remember, your body's not the...
How dare you ditch her video and slander her on the internet? You are a f***ing disgusting pig.
We live in a world where morbidly obese women can demand that society change to accommodate them instead of actually putting in the work to lose weight and get healthier. That kind of thinking is just unreal to me.
What did you do?
Why are you guys laughing?
What did you do?
I don't know what I did.
You broke the pump. Look, you got.
Well, next time you put gas. Why you have me doing it? You're the man. You should be doing it.
You're the stubborn one, hard-headed.
Man, what kind of man are you?
I told you I was gonna do it
What
later.
kind of man are you? You should have been doing that.
And
Not
I
me.
told you I was gonna do it later.
Now look what happened.
That's your fault. Don't blame me for that.
I blame you.
It really does go to show that even if a man is keeping the house clean, helping with the kids, and doing everything he can, his wife oftentimes will still figure out a way to blame him for something that he had nothing to do with. It's like clockwork at this point.
You know, if women can walk away at any time and take half of your assets, why are men still willing to risk marriage at all?
Why women don't just get to the point when they talk. Women's brains have more connections between the left and right hemispheres. That means they process language and emotions together. While men are more active on the left side, logical, direct, and task-focused. So while men talk to solve problems, women talk to connect, to relate, and to be heard. It's not wrong, just a different communication style.
It's true that men and women communicate differently, but the huge difference is that women accuse men of not communicating at all just because we can't talk like women.
If you want your house clean, hire me a maid.
I agree with Sister Amira. I agree. I'll hire the maid and I'll marry the maid.
Boom.
I'll marry the maid.
Okay,
so you know.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
The reason why they never talk about it or want to talk about it is because by doing so, that would mean that they've had to take accountability to some degree for getting into bed with some random bad boy. They won't ever let that happen.
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let any...
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over...
Dear, don't tell me you have to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, let me. Can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really?
It's tragic to hear stories like that, but it's weird how she insists on using it to try and emotionally manipulate the guy instead of trying to make a good and rational point.
But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? The guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this.
This is exactly what happens when modern women spend their time chasing Chad. They end up getting knocked up by a deadbeat, and then they expect the men that she ignored to pay the bill afterwards.
You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't
You're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Oh, my God.
You are still stupid. You expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible.
I cannot even believe
You're insane.
It is unbelievable.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right.
She was expecting sympathy from a radio shock jock, as if arguing with a guy who roasts people for a living is somehow going to do her any favors. Her first mistake was dialing the phone.
And I'm on the radio because I've got millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you've just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic. I really don't give a rat. I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me. She hung up.
A real man wouldn't just sit there and watch his woman clean.
You're right.
It's amazing how modern women think that they're just the arbiters of what a real man is, right? But if you ask a man to talk about what a real woman is, watch them get furious and call for our heads.
A list of things that I don't do for my husband. I don't do his laundry. He can do that himself. I do my laundry and we do the kids' laundry, but he does his own. I don't cook dinner. He cooks dinner every single night. I do breakfast and lunch for us and our kids. I don't pack him a lunch. If he's hungry, he'll figure out what he's going to eat for lunch the same way that I do. I don't make his doctor's appointments because guess what? He's not making mine. I don't schedule his haircuts. I don't pack his clothes for vacation. All of those are things that he's a grown man and he can do himself. It is not my job as a wife, it is not in my job description to do all the domestic labor as small acts of kindness to my partner and receive nothing in return.
Wives like this can fill a notebook with lists of things that they are not willing to do for their husbands, but ask her to list the things that she's willing to do, and she'll write it on a cocktail napkin and still have way too much empty space.
Guys, I've developed a new ick at work. It is grown men yawning. Hold it in. It drives me insane. It has happened an ungodly amount of times this week, and it's Tuesday, and I don't understand how they don't know how to just not yawn.
She literally told men that they are not allowed to yawn anymore, and she legitimately thinks that men can somehow control their ability to yawn in front of her. And the sad part is that if a male co-worker said the same thing, he'd have a sensitivity training meeting with HR or something stupid like that.
It is my husband's funeral, which unfortunately I cannot make because obviously I am busy here in Tunisia. I would have loved to have gone. We were together for 17 years. Unfortunately for me, he did decide to die on the week I had planned to come on holiday, so I did make the decision not to go because, you know, I need a holiday at the end of the day, and my holiday is way more important than sitting in a church watching people cry. I would love to give him a good send-off, so I'm going to get absolutely drunk tonight with this new guy that I met, and I'm going to raise a glass for you, Jeremy, because you were an amazing husband, very rich. I can't wait to do the will reading when I'm home. I have made sure I'm going to be home in time to do the will reading because I would not miss that for the world, because obviously I am due to get a lot of money and that's a very, very important thing to me. So I hope you have a good funeral today, Jeremy. Love you. All good things have to come to an end.
This woman has a lot of nerve to be talking about this, missing her husband's funeral, sleeping with someone before he's even been laid to rest, and making it her business to make it to the will reading afterwards. That isn't shameful, it's just downright evil. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.